Good morning, Councilman Grove.
Good morning, Councilman Salters.
And good morning, Vincennes. All right, another great week in Vincennes.
Yes.
Summer's been fantastic. A little humid.
Yeah,
Humidity
the
has come back.
has arrived.
Southern Indiana, welcome.
Great to work in.
A lot of great things that are happening. Food trucks had another great week.
Yes.
Another great week. A lot of big events that have happened throughout the week. And there's just so many that are happening at this point. It's hard to keep track of what's going on. Big things you're probably seeing in the city of Vincennes is our paving projects from last year that got put on pause.
Yep.
Are happening right now. A lot of the milling has gone through. They're putting down paving. They should finish up. A lot of it got finished up last week. There could be a couple of little things that they're doing today, but other than that, things are going really well there.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
And you drive down those streets, and we drove down all of them before they milled, and it's like, yeah, I can understand why.
Yeah, and some of those are worse. I know a lot of people are like, well, my street's bad, my street's bad. We understand, and the key thing too, just make sure that you send us a message so we get those to our city engineer so he can make sure that he's checked them and looked in the system. The key thing is for the grant money that we receive, we have to put it through. It's PASER, correct?
Yeah.
I always say taser, and I always get it wrong. Taser, PASER, laser.
Yeah.
But we have a program to get grant dollars. You have to rate all your streets and roads.
Right.
So that's what we do. But the nice thing about the PASER program, it gives you a nice printed out list of here's the roads with the biggest issues, and it goes by travel, how many people are on it, how many houses are connected. I mean, there's a lot of listed things to that. Right. I mean, you've looked at the list too. I know that we broke that down for District 1. It's complicated. It's not too complicated, but there's a lot of things that go into it.
There is a lot of things. A lot of factors go into it.
Yeah.
You always think that my street's worse than everybody else's, and that's one reason everybody wanted to drive down the street. Yeah. But it was they were bad roads, and they're going to be better.
So that's getting taken care of. For next year's paving project, we're in the process of getting that stuff taken care of. But a lot of stuff got pushed because of COVID, which is a similar theme for a lot of things. So that's where we're at, but we're good to be able to see this. I know that as long as you and I have been on council, one of the big things is we've really put a lot of money into our streets and roads.
Yeah, every year. And we try and do more and more every year, and we'll continue to do that.
And a key thing that kind of ties into that, and those things aren't like the big sexy things to talk about, like just updates of streets and roads. You're going to hear us over the next couple months talk about quality of life projects. Things that you want to see in the city of Vincennes. I know one of the things that I've talked about, I'd love to see a basketball court in Gregg Park.
Yep.
We've talked about updating the tennis courts at Four Lakes. One of the things that you've talked about that's big for you is electricity along the Riverwalk. Just simple things like that. Those sound like big projects, but even littler things like more seating in our parks and public area, more trash cans to be able to clean up and keep things cleaner, but also too, more water fountains and accessibility to water fountains, and not just for people but for pets as well. Yep. I mean, I know that's one of the big things. You guys are big on taking Stella out walking around. Roxy, if we can get her outside when it's hot.
I don't think you're going to get her out much until fall.
If we can get her out, we like to be able to do that. But the key thing that we want to emphasize here is we want to hear what you want to see in the city of Vincennes. That doesn't mean that it's going to happen.
No.
Because obviously things take money and funds and people getting behind those things. But we want to know what you want to see in the city of Vincennes.
Yeah. Just because we don't want it to be only our ideas. We want you to reach out and let us know what's important to you. Yeah,
we feel like we've got a good pulse, but we're always willing to listen to what you have to say. We're always willing to hear those ideas, whether they're different with us. You could be like, Tim, a basketball court at Gregg Park, that's not a really smart idea. And I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to hear what you have to say. I think it's a good idea. I think it would be fantastic for everybody. But we're really going to start looking at these quality of life things. And one of the key things, and we had a budget meeting, is we've turned a fund into a youth sports and community fund where we can really focus on those quality of life issues, improve those quality of life issues in the city of Vincennes. And I think that's important. We have a lot to offer, but we could continue to offer so much more. We are in such a great spot here in the city of Vincennes. Businesses are investing. We had the Culver's groundbreaking last week. And all these other businesses, go drive out by Roadhouse. They got the big sign up. Now it looks official now.
It
looks official. You've got people wanting to move here. We're getting the housing study that KCDC is finishing, is coming out at the end of this month. And there's just so many improvements that we've seen. People want to be here. They want to visit here. They want to live here. And we've got to continue to step our game up. And every day, those are things that we're thinking about looking. I know that I'm texting Councilman Grove daily on those things, or I see something, or I go to
multiple times
today. It's just how that works. So please let us know what you think. Other than that, we've got food trucks coming up tonight. But food truck food review. What did you have last week?
Unfortunately,
oh no,
we had a meeting last Monday.
And you didn't get to eat at food trucks?
I by the time I got over there, they were sold out.
Oh.
And so I have no food truck review, and
that's my fault on that one.
It was like Monday. Come on. And then I told my wife, I said, "Oh, it'll be a short one." No meeting involving Tim Salters is short.
There was too much to go over. We had a lot to discuss, and I think we had a lot of good points.
Yeah, we could have had another hour to talk about it, but next week.
Yeah, next week comes back. Here, hey, Josie's joining us here. Josie, wave. We're doing kind of a fun thing with my kids.
This is hilarious.
I take my kids everywhere around Vincennes, and my youngest son, who's 5, decided that he could brag, and he knew where he could go to the Riverwalk by himself. We told him that he didn't know. No, you can't go to the Riverwalk by yourself, but I'll let you. We'll walk, and you can direct us. So it started off. It was about an hour and a half. He finally figured out his way to the Riverwalk, and the other kids were like, "Well,
it's
you tell
a long walk for those little legs."
Yeah. So then my other kids started deciding, well, tell us to go to a place, and we'll go there. So what we started doing is a couple times a week is I give them a location, and I just kind of sit back, and they tell us where to go, and they guide us. So we're trying to see how good they are in Vincennes. If you've got a location that you want Josie, Sam, or Vincent to try to go, send it to us. We've got a lot of places to go. One of the big ones, I think we're gonna see if Vincent knows where Grouseland's at.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
You said me.
Or you, I don't care. Make him a little tougher for Josie. Obviously, she's a little older. 5-year-old, probably a little bit more simplistic. They've got most of the stuff down on Main Street.
Yeah.
He knows Main Street and Greg Park pretty well. I guess, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's either.
So we know if he's missing. We'll
yeah,
know,
it is. Those are the places to go. So, and if you want to check those videos out, check my page. They're pretty funny.
They are good.
And they're quite confident. And then they're like, well, it's definitely this way. Now, it's a different route.
Yeah.
I mean, who thought you go to the river route by Station 2? But that's what we did.
But he knows where to focus.
Yeah, he hits focal points and he goes from there, and that's really good. So we're having fun with that. Send us some places to go. Send us some quality of life things. We're really excited. It's going to be another great week in Vincennes.
Yeah. Stay cool. It's going to be hot.
Hey, the splash pad's open 10 to 7 every day. Just go out and enjoy that. Water is nice, crisp,
I bet it is.
and cool. So until next Monday, we will see you then.
Have a good week.